Hey, good morning, everyone. How's it going today? Coach Alvarez here, back at you with another episode, Coffee with Coach. Bring those mental vitamins to you this morning. A little gloomy out, a little cloudy, rainy this morning. It's all good though. I know the sun is up there still shining. So hope you're up doing well, got the mind in the right place. But if not, let's put it in the right place. Got a good one for you today. Again, back in the 10X book, listening to the audio, and I was hearing this the chapter about excuses. I've already done plenty of episodes on excuses, but it's just a different way of kind of getting that information out and perspectives and how people look at excuses and stuff like that. So let me go ahead and go into it like I normally do, and then we'll break it down. So excuses. This is about the time we should look at the excuses you are likely going to use to avoid making any of this happen. Everyone uses excuses. Most people actually have favorites that employ over and over. I am certain that yours are starting to emerge by now. So rather than ignore them, let's just go ahead and confront the little monsters so that they do not distract you later. An excuse is a justification for doing or not doing something. I think the dictionary implies that it's a reason. However, in reality, an excuse usually turns out to be something other than the real reason that motivates your actions or lack thereof. For example, let's say that your excuse for being late for work is due to traffic. Well, that's not truly the reason you didn't make it to work on time. The reason you were late is because you left your home without enough time to allow for traffic. Excuses are never the reason for why you did or didn't do something. They are just a revision of the facts that you make up in order to help yourself feel better about what happened or didn't. Making excuses won't change your situation. Only getting the real reason behind it can do this. Excuses are for people who refuse to take responsibility for their life and how it turns out. Slaves and victims make excuses and will forever be destined to having leftovers and other scraps. The first thing to know about excuses is that they never improve your situation. The second thing to know is which ones you use on a regular basis. Do any of the following sound familiar? And then he's got like this huge list of excuses. I don't have the money. I have kids. I don't have kids. I'm married. I'm not married. I have to find balance in my life. I'm overworked. I'm underworked. Too many people work here. We don't have enough people. My manager sucks. Doesn't help me. Won't leave me alone. Is negative. Too jacked. I don't like reading. I don't have time to study. I don't have time for anything. Our prices are too high. Our prices are too low. The customer won't call me back. Customer canceled the appointment. People don't tell me the truth. They don't have the money. The economy is bad. The banks aren't lending money. My owner is cheap. We can't find the right people. No one is motivated. People have bad attitudes. No one told me. It's someone else's fault. They keep changing their minds. I'm tired. I need a vacation. The people I work with are losers. I'm depressed. I'm sick. My mom is sick. Traffic is terrible. The competition is giving away its product. I have such bad luck. Bored yet? I know I am. I had to really reach deep into the recesses of my mind to come up with some of those. How many of these have you used? Go back and circle every statement you've ever heard come out of your mouth. Now ask yourself, will any of these excuses ever improve your condition? I doubt it. So why then do so many people make them so often? Does it even matter? An excuse is just an alteration of reality. And that's what caught my attention earlier when I was listening to this. It was just that sentence, that little phrase there is what got me. An excuse is just an alteration of reality. Nothing about it will move you to a better situation. The fact that the customer doesn't have the money will not help you close your deal. The fact that you only have bad luck is not going to improve the conditions of your life or change your luck. In fact, if you keep telling yourself that long enough, you'll start to expect it, thereby ensuring that things will continue to be bad. And that one there, guys, that one really got my attention too, because there's a lot of people that I know that I think they say and feel that they just have bad luck, that nothing's ever going to work out for them or go their way. And I think after a while, you keep telling yourself that you accept that, and that's just the way you think. So what happens? You just draw more of that to you, and you just never come out of that mindset. It's bad things are supposed to happen to you because you put yourself in that mindset. So that's huge right there. So stop telling yourself that you have bad luck and it'll change. All right, it really will change. You got to stop thinking that. That mindset has to go. So you have to start understanding the differences between making excuses and providing actual sound reasons for events. This book focuses on many differences between the successful and unsuccessful, and a very distinct dissimilarity is that successful people simply don't make excuses. They are actually quite unreasonable when it comes to providing reasons, at least for failure as well. I'll never ask myself or anyone else for that matter why I was unable to bring my product to the market, raise enough money, or make enough sales, because as far as I'm concerned, no answer will do. There are no justifications that will change these facts or situations, and any reasons I might provide are only opportunities yet to be handled. Any rationale you give yourself just gives someone else the chance to find a solution. Remember what I've said time and time again throughout this book. Nothing happens to you. It happens because of you. Nothing happens to you. It happens because of you. All right. Excuses are just another component of this, and a major differentiator between whether you will succeed or not. If you make success an option, then it won't be an option for you. Simple. No excuse exists that can or will make you successful. Engaging in self-pity and excuse making are signs that someone has actually a minimal degree of responsibility. He didn't buy from you because the bank wouldn't make the loan. No, he didn't buy from you because you weren't able to secure proper financing for your customer. The first statement assumes no responsibility for the event, while the other does, and identifies a solution. Once you adopt a more advanced sense of responsibility and refuse to make any more excuses, then you go out and search for a solution. And as an added bonus, you will avoid situations in the future. The quality of being rare, this is what I like too, guys. This is really good. The quality of being rare is what makes something valuable. So anything that is plentiful has little worth. Okay, I'm going to read that one again. The quality of being rare is what makes something valuable. So anything that is plentiful has very little worth. Excuses are one item that people seem to have an almost endless supply of. Because they are so plentiful, they have no value. Because they do not forward your desire to create more success for yourself, they are worthless uses of your energy. If you are going to approach success as you've been taught throughout this book, not as an option, but as your duty, obligation, and responsibility, then you must commit to never using excuses for anything. You cannot allow yourself, your team, your family, or anyone in your organization to use another excuse as a reason why something didn't come to fruition. As the old saying goes, if it's to be, it's up to me. So I read that whole little chapter there, that whole section, because I just had to, man. That's just, instead of breaking it up, it was just one that just had to be shared all the way through. Yeah, so again, just certain things around you, certain people, certain mindsets. If you just don't allow excuses to enter your world, then more and more people will, they won't come to you with that. So like, for instance, I have some friends, I have some family members, again, I'll listen to whoever who has a problem, and then the thing I'm going to ask them afterwards is well, what's the solution? What are we going to do to fix the problem? Instead of just talking about it and just letting off some steam, which everyone needs to let off some steam, I get that. But then afterwards, what are the actions that are going to be taken to fix the problem? And a lot of the times, an individual just doesn't want to do any actions behind it to fix the problem. They just want to talk about the problem. So I'm not the go-to guy for that. Okay, I'm not the go-to guy for that, because I irritate people. Okay, that sucks, yeah, but what are we going to do now? And then they don't want to talk about that. They just want to continue talking about how things suck. Again, bad luck, things don't go their way, why me, life isn't fair, so on and so forth. And so I just become that person that's, that people don't come to. If they want the help, they know who to come to. I gave I did an episode, I think a couple weeks ago, last week, on how a student called me that I haven't seen in a while, moved out of town to a different area, training somewhere else, and then just kind of reached out to me out of the blue. They reached out to me out of the blue just because they know that, I'm dependable on far as they can call on me, and then I'm going to help push them in the right direction. not belittle them, not talk down to them, but after I listen to what's going on with them, I'm going to try to push them in the right direction. Later on, I got another message back later on that evening talking about thanks. I went to practice. I feel a lot better, so on and so forth. Then I had the other individuals where it's like they get really upset because it's like, well, again, they're not trying to find a solution. They just want to vent and pout to me, and I just don't do that. I just don't do that kind of stuff. Because why? Because it's that stuff like that I'm just reading. Like, you just can't allow it in your life. You just can't. Or around you, or anything around you. So what happens is, like, people just start getting irritated with you because they're used to just letting out their problems, and then someone else lets out their problems, and you have a big pity party. But if you just don't allow, and you're that person where it's like, look, that's not gonna work with me. There's no excuses that I'm allowing in here. Like, we're all about solutions, because everyone has problems. There's just no doubt. Everyone has problems. Everyone has something going on in their life. I don't care how good it is. There's something happening that isn't that good. So some just have it worse than others. At the moment, things will get better. It all depends on the mindset and how you're thinking and how you're going to handle this, the situation. So really good stuff. Again, it doesn't happen to you. It happens because of you. And if it's up to you, if it's up to me, it's meant to be, kind of thing. So you got to make those things happen and get rid of all the excuses. As soon as you do that, things just start to really clear up and get better. And when you don't, you just attract more and more just, bad things your way, because you're just continuing to think that way and invite that stuff into your life. So hope that helps today. Wanted to share that with you. It's really good stuff. Again, listening to it, reading it, putting it together, and this stuff really starts to stick. So anyways, got to head out, got some things to do, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.